Hi guys, I know it's been a while. So this video is about the scapegoat is always the liar and why we usually tend to be quiet. No matter what, we're always the liar. We're always dubbed the liar. There's no getting around it. If you say something and then someone else says something else that's, opposite of what you say, the narcissist always believes the other person. It doesn't matter if they know that person or not. That doesn't matter if they get any proof or not. Even if you tend to have proof that you're not the liar, they always believe the other person. You would think that, like, when you're in a family and, let's say something happens to you that's pretty bad, and you tell your family, hey, this happened to me. And then, the other person comes out and says, oh, that didn't happen to her. The narcissists always believe the other person. They'll just say, oh, well, the truth's finally out. It didn't happen to you. Well, why am I not the one that's believed? I'm the one that's blood. I'm the one that's family. They don't know this other person. So they want you to be the liar. And, well, they want to make you out to be the liar. Because from the beginning of your relationship with the narcissist, whether it's a family member, mother, brother, sister, father, significant other, friend, they want you to make you out to be the liar. That way, when you come out with the abuse, they can say, hey, this person's a liar. Look what other lies that person is telling. So you're being abused by your narcissist for, let's say, for years. Let's say it's your parent, okay? You're being abused pretty much all your life, and they're constantly making you out to be a liar, telling people that you said things that you didn't, telling people that they found out that you lied about something when you didn't lie about it. They want everyone else, they'll go around gossiping to everybody else. Oh, he or she lied about this and lied about that. Oh my God, they're such a liar. And then you spend your whole life being called a liar, that when you finally get up the nerve to say, hey, this person's been mentally, physically abusing me my whole life. I just can't deal with it anymore. And because you're finally out with it, the narcissist will finally say, hey, look at her. She's a liar. She's lying about the abuse. They are grooming you to be a liar, or to be called the liar. And they are grooming everyone else, family, friends, whoever. They're grooming everyone to think that you're a liar. They're fooling everyone so that they can get away with the abuse that they have done to you. And they think it's hilarious. They revel in it. They thrive in it. They get off on knowing that they've pulled wools over so many people. Pulled the wools over their eyes. That's what it is. The wool. Is it the wool? Yeah, I think so. But, so, let me explain one thing about my brother. Is his tactic is he will laugh about it. Like, I remember when I posted about, I had made an online journal entry going into so much detail about so many different points where it was, him and my mother had abused me. Now, abuse is not always physical. Most of narcissism is mental and emotional abuse. And so In order to get people to believe him, he posted a link to that journal entry and said, ha ha ha, read the lies. Well, since everybody already thinks that I've done nothing but lie my whole life, they believed him. And because usually when someone is upfront about it and they laugh about it and they seem confident about it, they're like, yeah, she's lying, you know, kind of like that. People tend to believe it because it's like, oh, well, they're coming to me with this. Like, they're putting all this information out in the open. So they have to be telling the truth if they're willing to put all this information out there. The other thing is they like to grill us for information. Like, I don't know what it is, but they just like to constantly ask questions, even though they're just going to go ahead and think you're a liar and tell everyone else how you're a liar. So they'll go on and they'll ask like specific questions to try to catch you in a lie. And if they can't catch you in the lie, they're just going to think you're lying anyway. And they're going to tell everybody else how they think that you're lying. So to give you kind of like an example is, my husband had the flu and there was one night where it was really bad and I didn't get any sleep. Like, I was up all night. And the next day when I went to work in the morning, like I have to get up at 4:30 in the morning that day. So, you know, I get to work and I'm just dragging because I'm tired. And it doesn't really affect my work. It's just, you know, I'm moving kind of slow. And what I did was I did breakfast that morning at a hotel. It was slow anyway. So my speed didn't really matter because I get my work done when I get my work done. So when I told my coworker, who I believe is a covert narcissist, because she seems very conniving and I don't know how to describe it, because sometimes she's covert, sometimes she's overt, and she's very childish. But in any case, like I said, my husband was sick, and I also gotta let you know, he is no longer my fiance. Obviously, we finally got married. Woohoo! But so I had also mentioned that, you know, I ended up staying on the couch, and I let him stay in the bedroom. Well, I didn't really let him, you know, he just stayed there. But I stayed in the living room because I didn't want to catch it. And she was like, so if you stayed in the living room and he was in the bedroom, then how did he keep you up all night with his sickness? And I'm like, his constant coughing, hacking, needing me to get him medication, drinks. And I'm like, it's not like my couch and the bed to our bedroom are on opposite ends of the houses. We were literally pretty much back to back. There might have been like a foot difference between us, but right behind my couch there is my bedroom. And the bed is up against that wall. So where I was on the couch, I was almost back to my husband to where he was sleeping. So I don't know, it was just the way that she asked me. I can tell that she was trying to catch me in a lie, and then she kind of gave me this look like she thought I was lying. So to me, it was like, why can't she just take it at face value? I'm tired because I was up all night trying to take care of my husband. It's just very frustrating for all of us, because it doesn't matter where we go, what we do, we're always going to be the liars. And it just doesn't matter. It's like, why would you choose to believe someone else instead of the person you've known your whole life, or the person you've known for Lord knows how many years. And the answer is because that is part of the abuse. And they get everybody else to go along with it so that they can indirectly abuse you too. Because when they have all your other family members and all your friends and all their friends believing that you constantly lie, or you constantly are a thief, or whatever it is that they have other people believing, those other people, they also spread it. Oh, be careful of her. She lies, or she's a thief, or she does this, or she does that. And it becomes a whole thing where you just feel so isolated because it doesn't matter what you do. You're the one that's in the wrong. You're the one that's a liar or whatever. And this moves me into the next part why a lot of us tend to be very quiet people. Since we're always being called the liar, why bother talking? It doesn't matter what we say. So we might as well just not say anything at all. We might as well seclude ourselves, become hermits. We tend to be alone because we, in a sense, are alone. And then they wonder why don't you go out? Why don't you go hang out with friends? Or why don't you talk to us? Oh, you're at a family gathering. Why are you sitting by yourself instead of interacting with the rest of the family? And it's so overwhelming and it's so hurtful. And it's like, why do I want to interact with people that think that I'm a liar and spread rumors around the whole family that I'm a liar, or that I steal, or I do this, or whatever? I read something about you can't heal in the same place that you were hurt. So when you go no contact, it's great because you make yourself a whole new life, and you surround yourself with new people who are not like your narcissists, and you finally live a life where you're not being called a liar or a thief every single day. Even if you did lie or did steal something many years ago, for the rest of your life, that is what you are labeled. If you're a narcissist and you're watching this, if you sit there, let's say your kid lied about something when they were a teenager, because we all know teenagers lied. I did. Everybody does. Let's say they lied about something, like something simple. Like they didn't do their homework, or they say they did their homework, but they really didn't do it because they want to play video games or whatever. For the rest of their life, all you do is talk about how much they lied. And they lie all the time. So when you're sitting there degrading your child for so many years about one mistake that they made, why do you think they wouldn't want to be around you, or would want to be around you? Would you want to be around someone who is constantly making you feel like you're nothing but a piece of crap because of one little tiny mistake that you made when you were a minor? My daughter tells lies. She's 11 years old. That's what she does. When she gets caught, I talk to her about lying. I don't call her a piece of crap. And when she's 30, 40 years old, I'm not going to sit there and say, oh, you've been a liar since you were 9, 10, 11 years old and you're still a liar. Because throughout adolescence and even in, teen years and stuff, they test authority. And a lot of it that comes with it is lies. You know, I'm not talking about like huge lies. I'm talking about simple ones about not doing their homework or, you know, doing their chores or whatever. This stuff is so minor. And they grow out of it. Narcissists believe that you don't grow out of it because they constantly keep you mentally and emotionally like a child. And that's why a lot of us sometimes can be childlike. I didn't really grow up. Like, I've done a lot of growing up since I went no contact with my mother, because my eyes have been opened up and I see so much, and I'm finally realizing a whole lot, and I'm finally healing. Like, talking about narcissism and stuff, it sets me to have panic attacks sometimes, or like anxiety issues. So that's why sometimes I'll go so long without making a video, because I need that time to heal from just talking about it. So for us, talking less about it, or not about it, but talking less in general, we see it as we'll be blamed less for lying, because if we're not talking, we can't be blamed for lying. But narcissists always have their way of even silence. You could be lying. A lot of times they'll ask things that aren't even any of their business. And if you sit there and say, hey, it's none of your business, I don't want to talk about it, they act all offended, like, how dare you tell me it's none of my business? Because they believe they get to know every single detail of your life. And if you don't, you're hiding something from them. And, you have no right to privacy. So, you know what? Sometimes it is okay to lie to a narcissist if something is not their business. If they sit there and, ask a personal question about your finances, and instead of, let's say you're in the negative in your account, you can tell them, yeah, everything's good, everything's in the positive, don't worry about it. I know it's like two wrongs don't make a right or something like that, but you have to weigh the consequences of telling them it's none of their business, or if you told them the truth and you're in the negative, then you get grilled about how irresponsible you are with money and yada, 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 even though it's not their business and it's not going to affect them in any way, shape, or form. I know I went a little bit off topic with some of this stuff, but let me know if you have narcissists in your life that have people believing that you're a liar. Go ahead and comment below. Tell me all about it. And thank you for watching. Have a good one. Take care.